Good morning, my dear kids. Welcome to a new English class. Today, my kids, we are continuing with our chapter, The Story of Eklavya, Part 2. Okay. Before going to the chapter, we know our chapter, the story of Eklavya appears in the Hindus' religious epic Mahabharata, and we know Mahabharata was written by the sage Vyasa, and it is regarded as the most remarkable epics in the world literature. So in our story, let us quickly recap what we learned in the previous class. So in our story, a young boy is there named Eklavya, and he belongs to a tribal family. He was the son of a tribal chief, and he had a dream. What was his dream? To become an archer. Then the problem is, in those days the people followed only their ancestors' work, and it was difficult, or it was impossible to do the another work the ancestors had not done. അപ്പം അവിടുത്തെ പ്രശ്നം എന്തായിരുന്നു? ട്രൈബൽ ഫാമിലിയിൽ ഉള്ള ഏകലവ്യക്ക് ആർച്ചർ ആകണമെന്നായിരുന്നു ആഗ്രഹം. പക്ഷെ അവരെപ്പോഴും അവരുടെ ആൻസിസ്റ്റേഴ്സിൻ്റെ വർക്ക് മാത്രമേ ഫോളോ ചെയ്തിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഏകലവ്യക്ക് ഒരു ആർച്ചർ ആകുക എന്നുള്ളത് ഒരു അസാധ്യമായ കാര്യമാണ്. ബട്ട് ഹിസ് ഫാദർ, ഹിസ് ലവിങ് ഫാദർ, ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ദ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് his kids' interest in archery, so he decided to send his Eklavya to meet the great teacher Dronacharya. But his father, ഏകലവ്യയുടെ അച്ഛന് ഒരു കാര്യം മനസ്സിലായി, അവന് ഒത്തിരി ആഗ്രഹമാണ് ആർച്ചറി. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അത് പഠിക്കാൻ അവനെ അദ്ദേഹം ആരുടെ അടുത്തേക്ക് അയച്ചു? The great teacher Dronacharya. Then after that, Eklavya reached Dronacharya's Gurukul, and he found out Dronacharya there, and he introduced himself that I belongs to a tribal family. My name was Eklavya, and I wanted to learn archery. So take me as your disciple. But how was the response of Dronacharya? How did Dronacharya respond to Eklavya? Dronacharya said, you belongs to a tribal family and your work was hunting, so I can't teach you archery. Then who came there? Arjuna came there, and Arjuna said, Dronacharya, the great teacher, was appointed by the king of Hastinapura to teach archery to the prince of that kingdom. So you belongs to a tribal family, so Dronacharya can't teach you. Then Eklavya left the place from there, and with a broken heart, but he decided to learn archery by himself. And then he said, if I practice every day, I can become a perfect archer. Okay, my kids, I believe we stopped at page number 22. So we can continue our class. Okay, so my kids, I believe that we stopped at page number 22. Okay, we can continue our class. Okay, look in your textbook. Take your textbook in your hand and look into your textbook and underline the important words there. Eklavya soon reached his own forest. He took some mud from a nearby river and made a statue of Dronacharya. Okay, what Eklavya did there? Eklavya reached to his forest, and he took some mud from the nearby river and he made a statue of Dronacharya. He then placed it in a clearing in the forest. Then he cleared the forest. Clear means removing the trees and shrubs from there, and he placed that statue there. Eklavya truly believed that if he practiced before his guru, he would become a skillful archer. Then Eklavya believed that if he practiced in front of the statue of his guru, definitely he will become a perfect archer. Every morning he would take his bow and arrow, worship the statue of Drona, and begin to practice. Then every morning, after worshipping his guru's statue, he practiced the archer. Then he continuously practiced the archer. Every morning after worship his guru's statue, he practiced archery. Then he continuously practiced archery, and After that, he soon became an extraordinary archer, better than Arjuna, Drona's best pupil. After practicing continuously archery, finally he became an extraordinary archer, better than Drona's best pupil, Arjuna. ലാസ്റ്റ് എന്ത് പറ്റി? കണ്ടിന്യൂസ്ലി പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മുടെ ഏകലവ്യ അർജുനനേക്കാളും വലിയൊരു ആർച്ചറായിട്ട് മാറി. One day, while Eklavya was practicing, he heard a dog barking. Then what he heard? One day, while practicing, Eklavya heard a dog barking. The continuous barking was beginning to distract him, and the dog was barking continuously, and the sound of that dog disturbed Eklavya. He walked towards the dog and fired 7 arrows in quick succession. Then he walked towards the dog and he fired 7 arrows towards that dog very quickly. He was so skilled that the arrows proved harmless to the dog but prevented it from barking. Then the arrows didn't hurt that dog but it prevented the dog from barking. Okay, then that means the Eklavya became an expert in archery. Some distance away, in the very same area of the forest, Drona was training the Pandava princes. When they noticed the dog, Drona was amazed. Then, some distance away in that same forest, Drona was giving practice to his disciples. Then Drona noticed the dog and he said, "Such excellent aim can only come from a mighty archer." Then Drona said that only if the excellent archer can shoot the arrows like this. They stopped practice and he felt he had to meet this skillful archer. Then Drona decided he wants to meet this skillful archer. So they stopped practice and began searching the forest for the archer. Then stopped their practicing and Drona and his disciples searched for the excellent archer. Then, to their surprise, they found a boy dressed in black. Then finally they found the boy, or they found that expert archer, and that boy was dressed in black. Drona went up to him. "Your aim is truly remarkable." Drona reached to that boy and said, "Your aim is truly remarkable." Drona praised Eklavya. "From whom did you learn archery?" Then Drona praised Eklavya and said, "From whom did you learn archery? Who is your teacher? Who teach you archery like this? Because you are a expert archer. Then I want to know your teacher." Eklavya was thrilled to hear Drona's words of praise. So Eklavya became proud because his great teacher Drona was praising him. So he became happy and he became thrilled also. "From you, my master, you are my guru," Eklavya replied, bowing his head. Then Eklavya replied that, "You are my teacher. From you, I learned archery. You are my guru." "Your guru? How can I be your guru? I have never seen you before." At that time, Dronacharya was forgotten everything. And then Dronacharya asked, "How can I be your guru? I have never seen you before. The first time I am meeting you, then how can I be your guru?" Drona exclaimed in surprise. All of a sudden he remembered, "Are you not the same tribal boy I turned away from my Gurukul some time ago?" Suddenly he remembered everything and he said, "Oh, you are the same tribal boy I turned away from my Gurukul some time ago." അപ്പം ദ്രോണാചാര്യക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി ദ്രോണാചാര്യ പറഞ്ഞു വിട്ട ആ കുട്ടിയാണ് ഇപ്പം ഇത്രയും പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ആർച്ചറി പഠിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. "Yes, Dronacharya," replied the boy. "After I left your Gurukul, I came home and made a statue of you and worshipped it every day." Then Arjuna explained what he did after he left the Gurukul. He said that after I left the Gurukul, I made a statue of you and I worshipped every day, and after that I practiced the archery in my forest. I practiced before your image. You refused to teach me, but your statue did not. I have become a good archer. Then I practiced archery in front of your statue, in front of your image. You rejected me for teaching archery, but your statue did not. Then now I have become a good archer, and you already said that. Hearing this, Arjuna became angry. But you promised me that you would make me the best archer in the world. Then who heard this? Arjuna, that Drona's best disciple or best archer, heard this, and Arjuna became angry, and she shouted to Dronacharya, and he asked, but you promised that you would make me the best archer in the world. Then Arjuna said, but you promised me that you would make me as the best archer in the world, but now a hunter has become a better archer than me. See, now a hunter has become a better archer than me. How it is possible? Drona remained silent. He was upset and angry and decided to punish Eklavya. After hearing Arjuna's words, Drona became silent. Drona remained silent, but he decided to punish Eklavya. You say you have been taught by me. Where is your Guru Dakshina? The sage demanded. Then Drona said to Eklavya, you said that I was your teacher. I am your teacher. You learn archery from me. Then where is my Guru Dakshina? Give me the Guru Dakshina. The sage demanded. Dronacharya demanded Guru Dakshina towards Eklavya. Eklavya was overjoyed. Dronacharya, I will be the happiest person on the earth to save you. Then Eklavya became very happy, and he said, Dronacharya, now I will be the happiest person in this world. Ask me anything and I will offer it to you as my Guru Dakshina, he said. Then Eklavya said, ask me anything in this world, I will give you as your Guru Dakshina. After that, you will accept me as your disciple. So, ask anything in this world, I will give without any fail. I ask for the thumb on your right hand, Dronacharya declared. Then what Dronacharya asked as the Guru Dakshina? He asked Eklavya's right thumb. I ask for the thumb on your right hand. I need your thumb. I need your right hand thumb. Then give me that as your Guru Dakshina. Everyone was shocked, even Arjuna. By hearing this demand of Dronacharya, everyone became shocked. Even Arjuna also became shocked. Without his thumb, Eklavya could never shoot arrows again. Everyone know without his right hand thumb, he can shoot arrows. So he can't shoot arrows in any never. How could their teacher make such a cruel demand, and that too from a young boy? Then everyone is there thought that how could a teacher make a demand to like this to a young boy? It's a cruel demand. It's a cruel Guru Dakshina Dronacharya was asking to Eklavya. Eklavya stood silent, but only for a moment. Gurudev, as you wish, he said. Then Eklavya became silent. After very suddenly, he said to his teacher, who said to Dronacharya, as you wish. I am ready for giving my right hand thumb as your Guru Dakshina. I am ready for that. Without the slightest hesitation, he drew out his knife and cut off the thumb of his right hand. Then he took his knife and cut off his right hand thumb. The princess gasped. Gasp means she took a short, quick breath because they were shocked. The tribal boy had shown no sign of pain. He offered his severe thumb to Drona and said that Eklavya gave his right hand thumb to Drona and said, here is my Guru Dakshina. I am happy that you have accepted me as your disciple. Then Eklavya said, here is my Guru Dakshina. I am happy because now you will accept me as your disciple. Now you will accept me as your disciple because I gave your Guru Dakshina. as per as your demand. Drona blessed the boy and silently begged for forgiveness. Drona blessed our Eklavya and silently he begged for his forgiveness. Begged for forgiveness. He begged for his mistake or for this cruel demand. Eklavya continued to practice archery until he could shoot arrows with his index and middle finger. His fame eventually spread far and wide. But Eklavya continued his practice with and he used his index and middle finger for shooting arrows. Then also he became the perfect and excellent archer in the world. By using his middle finger and index finger, he became the perfect archer in this world. Okay, my kids, this is our story. Okay, I hope you understood our story. We know in our story, the young boy named Eklavya, he had a dream to become an archer, but he belongs to a tribal family. And his father understood his son's wish or dream. That's why he sent his son to meet the great teacher Dronacharya. Then Eklavya reached Drona's Gurukul and he found out Drona there, and he requested Drona to accept him as the disciple. But Dronacharya rejected this request because he said, Eklavya, you belongs to a tribal family. Then Arjuna also came there and Arjuna also insulted Eklavya, and Eklavya left the place, but he decided to practice the archery every day. Then what he did, he made a statue of Dronacharya, and every day he worshipped that statue and he practiced archery in front of that statue. Then one day a dog was disturbed Eklavya by barking, and Eklavya decided to shoot arrows towards that dog. But Eklavya shoot 7 arrows very quickly, but these 7 arrows didn't make any harm to the dog, but it prevented the dog from barking. Then Dronacharya was also giving practice to his disciples at that time in the same forest, and he saw the arrows and he decided to see the perfect archer. Then he came there, he reached Eklavya, and Eklavya was dressed in black, was dressed in black, and he asked, from where you learned this archery, who was your teacher? Then Eklavya replied, you are my teacher, I learned archery from you. Then Eklavya said, how it is possible? First time I am seeing you. But within a very moment he remembered everything, and he remembered about Eklavya, and Arjuna came there. Then Arjuna shouted to Dronacharya and he asked, you told me you will make me as the perfect archer in this world, but now a hunter boy became an archer. So then Arjuna angry to Eklavya, and she shouted like this. He shouted and said like this. Then Dronacharya became angry and he asked Eklavya Guru Dakshina. Then what was he asked for as Guru Dakshina? He asked Eklavya's right thumb. Then Eklavya was ready to give his right thumb. He took the knife and cut off his right thumb and gave to Dronacharya. And said, now you accept me as your disciple. Then Dronacharya blessed Eklavya and begged for forgiveness also. Then we know finally Eklavya continued his practice, and with the using of index and middle finger he shoot arrows, and finally he became the perfect archer in the world, and he became famous in the world as an archer. Okay, my kids, this is our story, and we know this is a story which appears in the pre-Hindu religious epic Mahabharata. Okay, and who wrote now? Okay, my kids, who wrote Mahabharata? The sage Vyasa wrote Mahabharata. The Mahabharata was written by the sage Vyasa. So now we can go through the important words in this chapter. In page number 23, the first one, clearing. What do you mean by clearing? Clearing means an area in a wood or forest from which trees and bushes have been removed. This means removing the trees and bushes from in the forest. Quick succession, quickly and one after the other. Very quickly, one after the other. We know Eklavya shoot the arrows towards the dog. Then Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina means a term in Sanskrit what the students offer their gurus as payment for the training. That means now we are paying fees for teaching, fees like that. Guru Dakshina is also similar to a fees. Then in ancient times, fees means they are offering gifts also to the teachers. Then gaps mean took a short quick breath because they were shocked. Then seared, divided by cutting or slicing, especially suddenly and with great force. Okay, my kids, this is our story. I hope you enjoyed this story. It's an interesting story. Activity time. Your activities. First two activities, read this story and 3 times and write the new words and study the spellings. Okay, the third activity, your acting activity is write this story from the point of view of Drona. Okay, write a story and write this story from the point of view of Drona. You can begin at the part where Drona and his pupils go in search for the mighty archer. You can mention how he feels as they look for the archer, his feelings when he recognizes Eklavya, what he thinks when Eklavya says that he is his guru, how he feels after Eklavya's action. So write a story of the from the point of view of Drona, and you can include these all pointings. Yeah, it is in your page number 26. So your acting is in page number 26. Okay, my kids. Thank you for watching and listening me. Thank you so much and have a nice day, my kids.